All right, back we go to college football now. Friday night college football. We got an ACC matchup here, Clemson Tigers, Syracuse Orange. Clemson 14-point road favorites, 44.5 the total in this game. Clemson, it's going to be interesting to see, can this team, it's rare that we're talking mid-October and there's already 2 losses on the resume for the Clemson Tigers, but it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes for them. I like the fact they're off a bye week. So that's definitely a help for Clemson, maybe a chance to recharge the batteries. But we're talking about a Clemson team that's still 0-5, Conor Mack, against the spread. And I know they're in an advantageous spot here off a bye week, extra time to prepare for Dabo and company. We're talking about laying 14 on the road against a Syracuse team that's, battling. We talk about Clemson's been an overvalued point spread commodity this year with the winless ATS record. Syracuse has covered 4 straight. They've been at the polar opposite end of the spectrum. In fact, 5-1 against the spread in their 6 games this year. The only non-cover was Rutgers, losing at home by 10. But, other than that, they covered against Ohio, Albany, Liberty, winning outright as home underdogs, lost by 3 on the road at Florida State, lost 40-37 against Wake Forest in overtime last Saturday. Even though they outgained Wake Forest by 88 yards, the yards per play margin was even. I'm only looking at Syracuse here. I get it. It's Clemson off a bye. And look, we've seen actually Syracuse, in the past. Now, these were really good Syracuse teams, but there were a couple in 2017, 2018, Syracuse teams that really gave Clemson some trouble. And in fact, Syracuse has covered 3 of the last 4 meetings. And in fact, here in the Carrier Dome, we remember Syracuse beat them 27-24. 2 years ago, it was ugly, 41-6 for them. Last year, now that was a horrible Syracuse team last year. Horrible, brutal team, brutal season they had, and they still covered against Clemson. An ugly final score, 47-21, but the yardage wasn't as lopsided as you think. I'm going to dare Clemson to cover a number before I back them. So at this number, it's either Syracuse or I pass. What do you think here, Conor?
Yeah, I think if you're a bettor, you like Clemson, you just got to wait till you see it. There's no point of just guessing every week. I mean, this team's 0-4, 0-5 against the number. They had the bye week. And you just talked about it, because I was going to mention it, that Syracuse has given them fits at times over the last 5 or 6 years. Maybe not every year, but they have in some of these games. Because Clemson always usually had 1 or 2 games that would be really, really close, whether it was Wake or Syracuse. So this is too many points. I get it now. I think it drops under 2 touchdowns. I think we even see down to 13.5 here, maybe later on in the week. I just don't. I think Syracuse, and we'll see the total 44.5. Clemson can't score. And we've seen Syracuse has given up some more points. The last few games have gone over. But they're at home in the dome, double-digit dog, 2 touchdowns or more at home. Give me Syracuse. They're covering, winning, or at least covering. And Clemson can't, so I got to see it to believe it. So give me the Qs plus 14.5. Get the hook now while you can.
Yeah,
there's still
absolutely.
some books that have it.
Yep. I agree with that. 14 or better, no excuse to not get 14 or better if you like Syracuse. And by the way, Will Shipley, running back for Clemson, of course, just recently got injured, is out for the year. They're battling some injuries. Fred Davis at the cornerback spot banged up as well. And we'll see if the bye week rejuvenates this offense. The offense has been where the issue's been this year for Clemson. Like, the offensive line's been awful. DJ Uiagalelei has just had a tough time, and it's not all DJ's fault. I mean, when the O-line's not very good, what are you going to do? And that's the issue.
Yeah, that O-line
is good at the time he gets to throw.
Yeah, that O-line is not good. I mean, that was really good. That's one area. I'm sure they'll reload, but they got problems there. That's always you got to look at when a team's just from such a good offense to so bad. It's got to start the offensive line for sure. They got some athletes, so it's the line.